more special than him. You didn't even watch last week, did you? He was on something like that.
Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania Hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Oregon Ducks taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Give to the back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He makes the connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They're going to throw it again. He lost it high and deep down the left side. They intercepted. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested, but the offense was rolling it vertically downfield. You saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking the play. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
He just dropped it.
The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week. Just called on one time. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Ducks! A great Big catch and run for 6.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's caught inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so if they're not able to get back deep enough, they get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he puts through the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
He'll ride his man on the option. And he could not get loose on the run. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets open down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. These corners backing off a bit. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He'll try to do it himself. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Lost the throw on first down off the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He wants to throw. Looking to buy time. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
And the Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Charlotte. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer now.
He's going to let it go. And he's got it inside the 35. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. And the timing just a hair off. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. He tries to take the top off.
Oh my God! How was that not fucking picked off? You got to be fucking kidding me! Oh my God! This thing is like a motherfucker.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of
How the
urgency
fuck that wasn't
if they're not
picked
going
off?
to give up any points here before the end of the half.
One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Using his feet to buy time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it. Came to him and tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
How the fuck that
They
pass?
line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Ducks send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at them. They'll try the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
On the option. Now the pitch. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense gets set for second down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll let it fly. Going for the big play. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Trying to get to it. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Still looking. Jumped on top of the pile. This will likely be the last play of the half. On third down, he drops to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25.
I remember this. That's what he did.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He'll try it again. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll try the left side. At the 45 on its way. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback checking off. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Going with the counter play here. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, 4th down.
The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. just out of the pocket. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for him.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
He wants to pass it on second down. He finds his man, and he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Cherry. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put it back push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He wants to throw it again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start putting a lot of pressure.
You can get out.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The attempt is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play
Oh,
to
my
get
God.
this thing picked up and going.
That was a fucking accident. Waiting to happen. Oh, my goodness.
It'll be second down.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything
Hey,
that
Terry,
was
send me some
available
music.
to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive line in the block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's got his man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
I can't see myself working it.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. The completion well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Defense backed up in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. He makes a grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
This offense trying to quiet the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Takes the easy one to the back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt.
Who's this lesson?
And it's good. He got it. He missed earlier, but connects when it mattered the most. That That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down.
Right.
You're going to make the play to win.
Nobody.
Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, Dave, and that's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play, but you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.